Is this one of your favourite countries?
Oh, it's always very pleasant to come back here. Yeah, bit of a mixed memories of coming back here, but yes, always a little bit warmer than Leeds this time of year, so can't complain.
How many times have you actually played in South Africa?
Oh goodness me, I've had 8 summers, 8 winters, should I say here, a couple of tours, a couple of Yorkshire, I'd say. Goodness me, about 25 times I would have thought.
What's the particular conditions in South Africa that lend themselves to cricket, would you say?
Well, I mean, the weather's just as good as it gets. I mean, this is the most perfect time of year. I mean, we've obviously played a couple of days ago, my first game, and it was 20 degrees, nice wind. You just can't ask for any more. I mean, the pitches are very seldom not ideal for cricket. They're always sort of decent battles. You know, it's everything about it, the practice facilities, everything you really need to prepare for tournaments like this.
Well, you've only been here for 3 days, in fact, and you had the game against Kenya to get into. That seemed to go quite well for you.
Yeah, it did. I mean, luckily enough, I mean, I just needed to get a bit of time in the middle. Work's been a bit tough the last couple of weeks, so I haven't really had a chance to get out and get practicing and get netting. So, yeah, it was ideal. It's a fine line trying to find out whether to play and play match situations or to try and get a bit of time in the middle. But I luckily found happy medium. Just unfortunately, we didn't really come out on top at the end of it.
I noticed during the course of the match that you were helping some of the youngsters you were partnering to get through the various stages of the match.
Yeah, I mean, it was tricky. I mean, it was a strange pitch for South African terms. It was never easy. You never actually, certainly with the new ball, you'd always sort of had to really have a good look before you started really elaborating on your shots. So, yeah, I mean, it's not so much using it to youngsters. I mean, it's just something you do when the new batter comes in. It's just just giving them an idea of you know, and how to play and how the game situation is.
It was a thriller of a match in the end. But do you think that losing the game is a downer for Scotland?
Absolutely not. I mean, I've spoken numerous occasions about it. I mean, I'd rather do it now than in the big games. Firstly, it was a fantastic exercise. It was a fantastic chase, really, on that pitch. I think, you know, if anything, we probably didn't quite bowl as well as we should have. We got 30 more. That's my only criticism, really, of the game in terms of the batting side of things. Yes, we should have finished the game off, but you know, that's something Scotland in the past have been pretty ordinary at, so it's probably just as well it happened 2 or 3 days before the tournament starts, so people can reassess and just really get over that finishing line, because it's one thing getting into a winning position, it's another thing finishing it off, and that's, if anything, that and the bowling is something we've really got to work on, which is a good thing. We've only a couple of things to work on before the tournament starts. Well,
the tournament starts tomorrow, and it's against Ireland. Couldn't be tougher, really. What thoughts do you have about that?
Well, in a way it's nice to be playing them first up. I mean, we're quite happy the way we're prepared by all accounts, and haven't been here for the 2 weeks, but the lads have said it's been a real graft. Everyone's been working together, and you can just see the fitness and the sort of physiques of the guys now. It's you know, it's second to none, and it's but the good thing is that I think we've uncovered everything. I think we've covered all bases, and just catch Ireland. I don't want to say catch Ireland cold, because they're obviously a very good side, but you know, it's nice to get a good feel of where we are in the tournament, and what stage we are at as a cricketing team, and to play against Ireland, it would be the best sort of reflection of where we are.
In many ways it was much the same in Kenya, in Nairobi 2 years ago, when the World Cricket Leagues, we started off with the game against Ireland, and in many ways if we had lost that game, we might have felt it was worth going home.
Absolutely. I mean, we'd had a pretty ordinary few games in Mombasa leading up to that. I mean, I wouldn't say on. We were outplayed by Kenya in a big way. We honestly felt we were miles behind the 8 ball, and it was really going to be tough leading into it. But I just get the general impression it was just a bit of a dogfight, that tournament. We were never winning, we were never losing, we just had to scrap for every run, and I just really hope we take that on board and do it. I don't doubt for 1 minute this is going to be as tough a tournament as ever played it. I mean, there's no 2 or 3 teams that are going to win it. There's going to be 5 or 6 sides beating each other. And like I said, it's just going to graft down to literally scrapping, and literally is a dogfight to win each game.
Well, you've been around this kind of competition for quite a number of years now. What do you think are the characteristics of the team and the individual that actually lend themselves to winning?
There's plenty of things. I mean, like I said, I haven't been here for a couple of weeks. Obviously, the preparation leading up to it is massive. But it's like everything in not just cricket, just in life, and the confidence side of things is huge. I mean, it would have been nice to have won against Kenya. It would have been a big confidence booster, but hopefully we're not looking too much into that. It's a habit, it's like everything, the old cliche, obviously winning is a habit, and the Ireland game tomorrow will, I've no doubt, if we win tomorrow, I don't think there's any doubts we'll qualify. I think it will just go from step to step, from strength to strength. I think we really will go on. But on the other side of the coin, if we don't come out on top, then we're basically going to have to show a bit of character. But either way, whatever sort of stage we're at, we're going to have to sort of reassess and deal with it.
And the value of experience.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I just said. I mean, we're just going to deal with the situations. I mean, some people deal with it better than others, and some people get a bit of a panic on, and some people sort of are just quite happy to just carry on. But you've got to find that happy medium of where, you know, what's going to be best for the team, what's going to be best for us to develop, and just, I mean, the bottom line is another cliche, just never ever think at any stage we're out of it if things start going badly, because like I said, things could turn around within one game.
Or within a ball or two, as we know from the last game against Kenya.
Absolutely.
Well, best of luck. Obviously, quite a lot hanging on your shoulders, because we need a good, solid start to the batting all the time, and that's where you come in. Are you enjoying your role?
Absolutely. I mean, it was, to be quite honest, I was at that stage of my career where I wasn't sure where I was going to go with it. Obviously, with work commitments and things, and I needed a new challenge. I needed something to, and as it turned out, there's a slot open for my hands up, gave it a go, and like I said, it's a new challenge, and it seems to be going quite well.
And the sense of mischief that you always brought to these occasions.
I'm slowly being wilt about by the youngsters that are a little bit quicker and smarter than me now, so I'm taking a bit of a back seat now.